So in this tutorial I'm going to go through setting up CSS menus in your website. So we're at stage 2 of the assignment 20.3, where you're building the new website or the new web pages for Computer Crazy. Excuse me. So stage 1, we set up and made sure that the CSS was external, so I've done that for all of my pages now. So now I've got external style sheets, this one here, CC external styles. So all my CSS, all my styling for my web page is an external style sheet. What I now need to do is set up the menus using just CSS and HTML. I can't use the Dreamweaver ones, which is these Spry menus. First thing I'm going to do, so I've got a web page open. I just need to get the menus right on one page, and then I'm going to copy them all through to the rest. So on my one page, my games review page, I click on the Spry menu bar, I get this blue tag appears. That means I've got the whole of the bar highlighted. I press delete, so it's disappeared. I'm now going to look at the code because I want to just create a bit of room. Where you've got this white space between the header and I've got this little red bar, I want to make sure I've got enough room to put my CSS menus in. So I'm going to switch to the code page. Looks a bit messy, but I've actually got part of it here. I know that that was where my cursor was on the page, so this is where I need to put in my menus. I'm just going to put a couple of break tags. If you put the menus after the header division, you probably put them in the right place, but I'm going to put a break tag there, and so 2 before that and 1 after. So I know that I'm going to insert my menus in this creating CSS menus. Go back to design, nothing's changed except I've got my menus set up here. I've got my links set up. So okay, the menus, well, I'm going to use in the tabs. I'm going to get the code, and each one is linked to the right page. The W3C site. All I want to do now, this is the site. It's got the code, CSS styling, basically HTML code to create horizontal menus. And there's a couple of other things. First of all, I want to make the boxes is internal though. Their CSS tab, same place, is in a separate box. Page is the HTML. I want to get them all so it's on one line. I don't just double line copy it silly here. If you look on the left hand side, put a style tag. I'm going to change the background colour so I can get some sort of red colour so it fits in the scheme of the website. Is the CSS style. I'm also going to change the colour, so when someone hovers, I want to put them into my external style sheet. So all of this is done in CSS, so I don't need to do Control C or right click to copy. So I'm going to click on the CSS, go back to Dreamweaver. By the way, you don't need to use Dreamweaver to do this. And I'm going to go down to the CSS styling rules that affect the menus. That's the rules that affect the list. First of all, I've copied the styles, the CSS rules, and I'm going to put them into my style sheet, which is this. So this was the code I copied in earlier. Highlights the website. I'm going to go down to the bottom. And I'm going to paste first of all, I've got a rule here that says A. So I've just pasted the style. I know that means any HTML tag UL means that's a hyperlinked list. It's just the styling for a list. That's all. And you can see that there's a rule here that the width of the link. Don't need to do anything more with that. Let's go back to design. Change 120 pixels. So my external style sheet has now got the styles I need. And see if that makes it. What I need now is the menus. So let's go back to that website. All the words. And now let's take the HTML code now menus, which is quite simple. Expanded, so that's correct. We know that the menus are just. Let's go back. They start with the UL tag. The background colour, and they end with the NUL tag. So I'm just saying the whole CSS rule, in other words, the one that does the hyperlinks. I've just got to find the right place to paste it. And I'm going to change the background colour here. So I know it goes there. I've got to paste it directly in the code. So let's just put it in the right code area. I've got to change that so it's a red. You notice the code's actually gone. I don't know what the hash code is because I've got this. If I right click the mouse, click on source Dreamweaver, and I go on to now I'm in the HTML. This is where I need to paste these menu tags. And I've just pasted them to get the right space where earlier I just put my colour tags. Let's go back to design. Maybe a bit dark. See, the menus appeared. So now I've got the menu in the right place at the top of my page. Don't worry about the colours and everything for the moment.
Yeah,
that's
that's
not
not
bad.
bad.
Let's roughly
Change some of
the
the
CSS in a moment.
darker.
Let's
but
first
I'll
of all make
accept
sure
that
the
for
menus have
moment.
got the right
So I've got the
names
right
for
background
pages.
colour, and also that
And
with
if I was to look into
this,
hyperlinks,
so
someone
look at
clicks
that,
on the
we'll
name,
see.
it goes to the right page.
Internet Explorer, so
So I highlight home. Computer Crazy, I've got a home page, so I want to make sure that points to my index
cells,
page.
my Internet Explorer
If I
comes
go
up,
over here on the
PC
right,
is
there's my index page there, so that's what I
loading
want.
very fast.
When someone clicks on that hyperlink on the home page there, I want them to go to the index page.
Okay, and
So
eventually it comes up.
now they're my menus. If I hover over them, you can see this horrible green colour comes as a
It's not
default.
working in my version.
But I'll just make sure
Did
it
it work?
works. I click on home.
Yes, it did.
And
It's my
4
version
days
later,
later, it comes
don't
back.
worry about it, it'll work fine.
Tidied that page.
That's
up,
the
yeah.
index
So
page,
I know
isn't
my
it? So
menus are
now I need to
working. I
put
just
the,
need to change the background colour.
This page I'm going to
when
change
the
the
mouse,
name.
when somebody hovers their
This is
mouse
going to be
over
my
it. So I'm
games
going to go back
page.
to my
Oops,
CSS
too
rules.
far now. It's just
I've made
undo
2
that.
changes so far.
Undo
to
that. It's
my
deleted my sections.
A:"link rule. I've made
What I
the
need to
width
do
wider.
is just make
And
sure
I change
that
the background colour.
this
Now what I want to do is, if I look down the bottom here, there's a rule that says A:"hover.
this part
As you
here
probably
should
guessed,
be
that's the
games
rule
review.
that affects the
That's the
styling of the
games
menu
page.
when someone hovers their mouse over there. There's
You'll
only
notice
one
that
thing in
that's-
that. What it's done is it's
and that's
actually
the background
put
colour,
it on
so
the
that's
next
the
line
thing
I
I
need
need
to
to
change.
change.
So
These
again,
boxes.
I'll right click the mouse,
The actual boxes for each of the menu
go
options is not
to my
large enough. We'll
colour
change that in a
picker.
moment, but I'll leave it as is.
Click
This
on
one's
it,
going to be membership.
and I'm just going to pick a bright red colour on there.
Okay, let's do the links for that.
So
Back to
games,
design.
links to, there's another way I'm going to show you how to link it.
Can't see it at the
If
moment
this
because
target
it's
is
not
not, you
browser.
can't drag it
See
over,
if
you
that
can
works.
browse. I click on the folder down the bottom here, and I just double click on the page. So this means now
Now my poor old laptop
when this
grinds
links
to display the page,
the
it'll
games
come up
page
actually.
links, it should find, when they click on this word games, it's going to find that.
And we
Games
move it
review
out.
is
Right,
the
and
same.
as
You can see
let's
as
do
the mouse
browse,
goes over the link,
and then there comes up with
I'll find it in a while, but there it is. Double click.
so red.
And last one,
So
membership.
I probably think that's enough for my particular one.
There.
Don't worry about that page because this is the link's working, but the only page I've actually amended so far
Okay,
is
so
this
at this point,
So the final
part
part is
the menus.
the menus
they've
are
got the right
correct.
names, and if the user clicks
My
on one of
CSS
these
is
words,
correct,
so
take
I never
them
need
to
to
the
change
right
anymore
page.
the CSS.
Now what I'm
All I
gonna
need to do is make
is
sure these
change
menus,
the style.
this
What
menu
I'm gonna
bar,
do that
is copied through
the next
to
video,
all of my
so
other web
just
pages.
do what I've done now.
The easiest way to do that is once again,
Make sure
if
you
I
put the
let's
CSS
click
in
on
your
external CSS file,
the actual
make
source
sure you
code,
put your
the only
HTML
piece I need to
into
copy
the right place.
and
And
remember
remember,
at this stage
just
just
doing
break
it for
tags
one
as well,
single
so
page.
space
Before I just need to
Because
copy
if
all
you
of
get it
that.
right for one page,
That's the
then
code
you
I
just
set up
have
on
to
my
copy
menus.
for the rest.
So
So
that's all
I'm
correct.
going to finish the video now,
And then I can
cover
go
styling
to,
the menus
let's
in
go
the next
to
one.
my review page, say. I know I need to delete the, let's do it in full screen so you can see. I know I need to delete the Dreamweaver Spry menu. And then what I need to do is, if I go to split, in my particular case, where my cursor is on this side, you can see the cursor is in the code. Now I don't want to get rid of the line, so I'm just going to, in fact I don't need that at all, I'm just going to paste my code there. I'll go back to design, and hey presto, I've now got my menus in my new page. So I could display that, but that's basically it. So you get your menus right for one page. You never need to change the CSS again. You just copy the HTML code for those menus to all others. So I'm just going to save my work, and that's it.